Alright guys, welcome back to another 70s Annual Adventure video. This video is going to be kind of quick actually because, well, it's a healer. There's not too much to say about this character, and I assume most of you want to get a quick, like, issue worth it, issue good, issue worth summoning. In terms of worth summoning, definitely not. And it's not to say about how bad or good the character is, it's just because, well, we just had one of the best banners in the history of the game, being the Grand Summon banner that is now obviously left. And I see most of you, like myself, went crazy on that banner. I myself even spent like another 100k last night just to use some more summons, get some more legendaries. And I will say, and you'll see my summons later on, it is a massive reality check going from that banner towards this banner where the rates are like triple lower because it was 0.5. We were getting like 2-3 legendaries every single multi, where now sometimes you're going 3-4 multis on this banner without getting a single legendary character. But also everyone right now should be kind of broke if you either summon on the Grand Summon banner or you summoned a little bit on to go far, and now the time is to start saving. So regardless of who released, unless they're all crazy broken, it was going to be a skip. But, you know, is MELASCULA bad? I don't think so. I think she actually is pretty good. We'll showcase two things today, because obviously we could showcase the others, like the Gold Hero XP Dungeon, Advent Boss Battle, Lab Summer Dungeon, but, like, they're not hard now. Berserk Melee clears for all of it. She might do like an extra 200-300k in it, but it doesn't matter. Berserk Melee's doing 7 billion, right? So the main issue you're going to get over is in Tower Trials, and you'll see that later on. I think very, very good in Tower Trials. This was a team I was using because you want a little bit more healing. There's not really been that many blue characters in terms of actual, you know, new characters released since basically Berserk Melee. Who was it? I think Berserk Melee, Derriere definitely made a big difference, but, you know, swapping out Dolores, who I think we were previously using, and now putting in MELASCULA, bro, massive difference. You really do see the impact and how good this MELASCULA is when you compare it up towards this team and like AoE content. And you can see the draw actually survive and tank a lot with the character, which is very, very nice. And then in PvP, she was actually pretty decent. Not into the damage, because you got to remember she is a low dupe level. She's very, very new right now. But I think over time, as people start to dupe her out, she actually might be one of the go-to healers just because she's probably healing similar a little bit towards Elizabeth, but has a lot more potential as she can deal a lot more damage and even benefit from the fact that she is a common character. So let's break down the characters in case you hadn't seen it. Pretty simple skill 1, just 85 damage. Bear in mind, she is a 40 range character. The previous MELASCULA was 50, so a little bit more up close. But yeah, she does do this skill, which is really cool animation. She does have really good animations. It deals damage equal to 2 attack onto all enemies within a 6-meter radius of self, which is basically like a self-eruption, very much like Berserk Melee's ultimate. So pretty big AoE. 6 meters is going to hit a lot of people of self every 5 seconds and restores allies' HP, but amount equal to 312% of attack, which, once again, in comparison towards Elizabeth does the exact same. However, it's like 10% lower. So the healing basically the same. The only difference is that Elizabeth is going to do a little paralyze, which is sometimes good against tank characters, more or less Estaroses, and the damage is a lot less, right, because this is AoE. And in terms of healing, bear in mind, the healers do heal based off their attack. Elizabeth at 6-star has 415k, whereas MELASCULA does have 437k, so she does have more attack than Elizabeth, which obviously right now, most people probably have Elizabeth a lot duped out because she's a lot more easy to dip out, so she will have a lot more attack, right? But my point is, I think over time, as she gets up to the same dupes as the actual Elizabeth, she probably will be out healing Elizabeth, which is really good. But that's not it. She does also give the Veil buff, which is based off of HP. So a little bit of a weird one, a little bit, because you want to give the character attack because she's going to heal more off that, because her heal is based off her attack. But if you want to get more on the shield, then you might want to go towards HP. But I always say, generally speaking, because the Veil buff only lasts 3 seconds, especially if it's a high dupe level, it's very possible that the shield will absorb all the damage and the actual buff will run out before it actually breaks. So I don't think you want to go crazy on HP, at least right now. If you're using the character, it's probably more so for the healing factor. And the ultimate is, once again, a massive AoE skill. Pretty small multiplier. Of course, Elizabeth does have that shield, which sometimes is a lot more useful. But the big difference is that she's going to give accuracy, which is, I wish it was something better, I can't lie, maybe a bit of crit chance. If it was final attack, oh my god, that'd be insane. But also the big thing too is she's going to decrease 10 commandment allies cooldowns by 2 seconds, which is kind of what we use obviously Gopher for. Like I did say early on, she's kind of a mix between Gopher and Elizabeth together in one unit, but a lot more restricted. So yeah, what does that mean for the character? It just means the character over time has has, I think, a lot more potential. She's already got better stats, more likely than Elizabeth in terms of healing. Granted, Elizabeth is more outside of the range, so she's not more likely to die. But, you know, if we get a full Ten Commandment team, which you're already kind of doing in the game, but like a better one, like I say it every single time, guys, Assault Melee will eventually come towards the game, and he will be a 10 Commandment character like how he is in Grand Cross. It doesn't mean you should summon this character now for Assault Melee, because you don't know when he's going to come towards the game. But, you know, getting this character over time is, you know, you should be happy for it. Like, she's going to scale really, really well later on. And I say every single time, but like, with this new Derriere, where she does buff up tanks and give them attack, and also lower the cooldowns by 2 seconds, if the Assault Melee is a tank character, and of course a tank character can do a lot of DPS, bro, we're going to be resetting cooldowns, giving Assault Melee shields. Yeah, they can cook a lot with like something later on. So we'll see. So yeah, I do think the character is pretty decent. It'll take a minute before we see the full potential of the character. Still, I don't think she's worth summoning, just for the timing, right? If you somehow skip the Grand Summon banner and you have some currency, maybe wait and see what comes next. But with the Grand Summon banners coming like every few months now, I'd say probably better save for those, right? Because then you can get MELASCULA on that banner. But yeah, pretty good in Tower Trials. Decent in PvP, especially if you do put it over time. I wonder if she can be good in base defense. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, now we're going to jump towards the gameplay towards Tower 12, which is pretty impressive. PvP, okay, it's a healer. You know, you kind of get that buff a little bit from Zelda's because you have the 10 Commandments, but there are just better things to be doing. And in the summons at the end. Okay, I want to test her out in Tower Trials. I'm kind of stuck here because right now we are bringing Dolores. The reason why I'm bringing Dolores is because, I mean, I guess there's no other better healer, and you kind of want another healer on the team. And she kind of does so much worse than MELASCULA. She's every 10 seconds and a lot lower actual attack as well, right? Because she is a unique character. Well, now we can replace her, so definitely filling that slot of what we need right now in terms of the actual blue stages. But also as well, she's got some pretty big AoEs, so kind of expecting her to do probably a little more damage here, which might be helpful. But let's just jump in. A few commandments on the team, only 2 though, and draw. We're not resetting their cooldowns because we're putting her first, just because I want to see her damage, right? And then she is a blue character, so she gets buffed up. Well, let's put it after Buzz Up Melee. So before I couldn't clear this one. Let's see if it makes a difference. If it does, that'd be huge. But she's still very squishy though. She's still a bit up close fire. But let's see. So yeah, we'll get healed every 5 seconds. Does draw heal? A little bit heals there. 1.1 mil. I mean, he's doing more than what Dolores would do, right? That's kind of the big thing. And you're getting that passive healing too, which is quite nice. Draw got the buff there. Kept him alive maybe. And then for character low deep level, I mean, we actually rinsed through it. So big difference there. Oh, hang on. Are we doing it? We should do it. Yeah, big difference. Definitely needed for Tower Trials. Once again, people always say, oh, yo, she's only good for Tower Trials. Not worth summoning. We'll get to the other stuff later on. But I do think she definitely does fill what we needed right now for Tower Trials. Because we're not using Dolores, right? Now we don't need to. And the damage is alright. Like I just say, if you are... For its support as well, right? Like, if she gets up towards, like, actual, like, Super Awakening a little bit. And the healing's a lot better. Granted, we haven't got Zenari up front in terms of healing. But she's doing that passively, which is the best thing, right? You don't have to actually waste an ultimate slot onto her. We're using the ultimate because I want to see her damage. But yeah, you see, I was stuck on the stage. I was stuck on 67, and we're now cleared 2 of them already. And the Veil buff, I mean, we're not noticing it, but they are technically targeting all of the draw. And it might just keep them alive, you know? Like, if you pay attention, a little bit heal there. Then we got the shield too. He healed up again. That's actually really good. Like, draw will normally be dead here. If we fail, I want to see how close we do without the actual MELASCULA in hand. We might lose because of DPS. But draw is still alive though. Okay, so we actually did lose just because we don't have the DPS for it. But let me take her out and just see like how much we've failed without her. Alright, so if anything, just watch how fast draw dies, right? Because Dolores is, what, 10 seconds rather than the MELASCULA being 5. Plus, they can buff remove too, right? And then you don't have that shield. Like, the team is just crumbling because of, without the MELASCULA, the passive heals, and even having that Veil buff on the actual draw really does make a big difference. Also, until the Tower Trials outside of the hard mode, so one where you can use any color you want to. I'm starting to like it. If you watch my guide on what I did and what I bring, I was mostly using like Elizabeth and a Gloxinia because you get like double heals and sometimes you kind of need that towards a Berserk melee. Where now, boys, you just kind of, I mean, once again, the ultimate order, they changed the position for some reason. If you just have Elizabeth and the MELASCULA, that's double heals without actually using the ultimate. That's kind of crazy, right? You think about it, because the way the 5 seconds on these abilities work, half a heal of an ultimate. So if you have both of them, you're getting a full heal on an ultimate every 5 seconds. And like I did say, MELASCULA, the Veil buff is really good. So, I mean, once again, new Tower Trials come out. Not all of them are, you know, that hard. And I think we will get to a point where we need more DPS than healing. But so far, it's been nice. And I think another thing, too, is that normally Esterosa dies, because he obviously is quite tanky, right? He, or maybe Derriere. But, like, whenever the actual Esterosa dies, the whole team kind of crumbles a little bit, right? We're now, once again, the constant heals. And because you can't really make it towards the end a lot, right? And we've got the little shield there. I mean, like, no one's dying. Like, that's really good. I mean, we didn't use a single heal. I mean, we got, what, one Elizabeth ultimate off? Because normally you would have to actually use a healer a little bit early on. Like, if you saw my video, we had Glocksinate healing. More or less for the cleanse, to be fair. But we had the Glocksinate heal very early on. Just to keep up and keep that Berserk melee alive. Where now you don't have to bring... Well, now you don't have to put healer up front. And instead you can focus on DPSs. Focus on the go for reset the cooldowns. And if you do get the MELASCULA off, at least your Esterosa will have a reset cooldown on it a little bit every area too. So there's some synergy there. I really do like this. I mean, after I try it without her, but like, if you look at the healing too, once again, Elizabeth way more, double the healing because she has got double the attack stat. But you know what, all adds up. Like, we're just not dying. Let me oh, we lost somehow. Okay, crazy. I think it might have been timing. Like I said, the problem will be probably more so DPS. Okay, so one thing I kind of don't talk about too much a little bit is Brawl. Not to say you should summon a character for Brawl, but like, you know, people are running, like this is my team, for example. We do have like almost like a full commandment team a little bit, where now, you know, I can just place her in now, which would be quite nice. I think you can kind of see some of the top teams too. I think most people are going towards at least one full commandment team like this, for example, and then just swapping in... Probably take out Grey Road a little bit, maybe. And you put in the MELASCULA. That's really good, right? Okay, I want to show you guys some games because I did test it off screen to see how good she was. Just some quick games here. Damage numbers, not too bad. You can see it does go a little bit higher than towards Elizabeth. And the healing was actually pretty impressive. Because if you look at Elizabeth, who's a lot higher dupe level, a lot more high attack. I think even almost 200k at that point. We're still outpacing the heal a little bit. But also could be because we absolutely killed this team so quick that... the Elizabeth couldn't heal. I don't think she is a better healer than Elizabeth. In fact, Elizabeth multiplier does heal, but you're kind of getting more of the damage, right? You can see right there, we did get a bit more damage to Elizabeth. Okay, we'll just jump into a game because sometimes the numbers are messed up. So let's get into some gameplay. Like I say, I think if she was a high dupe level, like she actually, because she might miss a little bit. I'm not actually too sure. But also, I have got towards the back, so she's not going to use too many ultimates. But you know, getting the reset and the cooldown, and even getting a shield on. I assume Berserk melee, it might be the lowest, or like a Derriere, is very, very powerful. So yeah, not the greatest damage you can see. I think she's missing a lot, right? That's probably like the worst thing because she's low dupe level. But look at the healing though. It's decent, but it's such a low dupe level compared to Elizabeth. And it's like, it's actually almost the same. But I guess another thing too is you can kind of use both of them, right? Like Elizabeth and the MELASCULA to get like 5-second healing every 5 seconds. That is such a kind of crazy combo, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, just like standard stuff, decent healing. Like, I think she's not doing as much damage because the characters have so much accuracy. But I don't mind getting, like, the foundation of, like, 6-star right now. And over time, once we get, like, access towards, like, the free summon banner, get a deep tower might be really good. But she might be alright. It's just that I really wish that I want accuracy. Or at least, like, upwards, like, 30%, because that's what Lily does. Lily does 30% accuracy. Why can't she do the same? But maybe they're being a bit hesitant because they know what's coming. And... hey, man, Assault Melee is going to come at one point. I know we're still so far away, but you never know, right? All right, third multi, we have gotten no MELASCULA so far. Oh, no. It's honestly, yeah, expand. It's super awakening, but going from the increased rate from what, 0.0, was it 0.5 to now what the normal rates are, 0.15. That's like what? It's not even triple the rates. It's lower than triple. It's like, yikes, I'm only getting legendary every single multi. And when we do get legendary, we get the characters we actually don't want. Oi, there we go, 2 MELASCULAs. We need more of those because those really do save the run a little bit when you're trying to get the character towards, what, 5-6 star? No, MELASCULA, love to see it. Doing decent now on the 50-50s. I think we're above rate now. Just in terms of getting legendaries. If we don't get them, it's not great. Greenmore, no, don't really want him. Don't really want him. He's I do kind of need him a little bit because you want him for Tower Trials. But like not when we're trying to summon the big important characters. Yeah, honestly, bro, it's a real reality check when you realize what the rates actually are. It's just nothing. By the way, I did spend like another 100. Free is insane, actually. Raw. Okay, that's making up for it. We spent like another 100k yesterday. I didn't record the summons. The banner was about to leave. I was on my phone. I was like, okay, let me just do another like 100k on the banner just to get some more deets because it was just like four or five legendaries per multi. It was just so good. We had to go back in. Hopefully you lot did too because you lot might have saw what the MELASCULA was. Okay, now MELASCULA. Doing okay as long as we get more like 2-in-1s. Oh, it's the wrong MELASCULA. I'm about to say another one. Oh, tragic. Well, towards the end. I don't think we're doing good. We're doing good when we get like the 2 and 3-in-1s, but we're not getting as much like consistently. But thankfully, it's not a special rate up, so getting. Oh, the artwork looks so good though. I know it's from Grand Cross, but it always looks good to see them in game. Okay, another MELASCULA. We are very close towards the end. Hopefully, you're going a hot streak here. Okay, there we go. Another one. Elaine is not bad, not bad. Yeah, really bad draws in terms of like getting the random filler. Last one. All right, I think we're done. Yep. 17. Yeah, at least the guarantees are good though. I imagine it's like 5-star, maybe like what 3 out of 4. And 2. I don't really want to awaken her with tokens because she's blue, so you know that could have been tokens I went towards melee. 3 out of 8. Didn't I say that? I think I said that. Okay, stat-wise, attack looking, I think, pretty decent. A 5-star. All right, let's check her out in game. Do really like the outfit, though. And then ultimate is kind of the same, right? So let's see our actual animations here. Let me not look. Let me go back to normal just because... Actually, no one else is here. Okay. So she uses Zap. Oh, wow, that's a pretty big AoE. Oh, because she's range, but like, it looks so... That's actually a really big AoE. That might... Bro, if you get a duped out, that might do a lot of damage, you know? And you can, like, use King to buff up attacks so she does more healing. Okay. That's not the ultimate, though, is it? Because that's the tier 2. Yeah, that's the AoE. I'm about to say, because, yeah, it should be one from Grand Cross where she opens the portal, and then, like, the grey demons and red demons shoot out of it. Okay, you don't see them. You see the eyes. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so it's going to wrap up the video. I probably would have threw that in at the end, so hopefully she's good. We're going to test her out a little bit. So, guys, thank you for watching, and, yeah.